Yo guys, how's it going? Welcome to the 400 subscriber special. It's been a long time. I haven't had a chance to go out and get all the ingredients, so I'm making my own pizza. Guarantee you this isn't going to go well at all. So if you're a professional, look away now, and if you don't know how to cook, you ain't going to learn anything. Anyway, gotten started here. I've got all the stuff at the moment that I need. I'm going to have to open up tomato puree, as you can see. That'll be the pizza. I need to find the flour as well. As far as I know, it will be in one of these cupboards here. So, let me have a real quick check. I'll look for that in a second. So let's get started. We need to open this tomato puree up real quick. Right, if you can actually sit on the thing. Right, for flip's sake. You was doing it a second ago, why are you not doing it? There we go. Awesome, so the tomato puree is now done. There you go, lovely stuff. Take that out. Alright, so this is obviously the sauce, goes on the pizza and everything like that. That's all good. So we're going to grate some cheese real quick. And there you go. Big block of cheese. And if you dairy lovers out there, and if obviously you're allergic to dairy or anything like that, I do apologise. Anyway, let's grate some cheese real quick. So that's the thing, you want to put a lot of force onto the cheese. Get as much of this grated as possible. It's going to be a decent sized pizza, I reckon. You need to find the flour. I don't know exactly where it is. No, just grind as much as we can. And then also we're going to put this on the pizza. We're then going to do the tomato puree, put it in the oven, and we're all good to go. So keep grinding away at this. Obviously it has three sides, as that one, and that one. I use this one here. I feel like it works best. There's also that side there, but I have no idea what it's used for. And for those who are saying that I am a professional chef, I am not. I have never done cooking. It's never been a profession of mine, or a hobby of mine. Like I said, I was meant to like bake something or whatever and all that, but alright, so that's a nice big bowl of, well, plate of cheese right there, so we'll move this out of the way for now. So I need to find the flour. It's going to be in this cupboard here, because this is where I keep all of the cake stuff. Well, my mum keeps all the cake stuff. That's baking powder, don't use that. That's self-raising flour. There we go. Alright. Got a big bag of flour right there. Just give me a second, chap. There we go. Lovely stuff. Alright. Put this back in there. See, my younger version of myself, I would have used a self-raising flour, but obviously that is for cakes, and that would have been a very bad idea. So, we have got to, we've mixed it in here. Mix it, as you can see, nice dough base right here. Very gloopy, as you probably can tell. But it's the whole point of the dough. And obviously, if it gets too sticky, you can put more flour, but you don't want to put too much flour. Otherwise, it will start breaking apart and becomes crumbly. Is another way of saying it. It will become crumbly. Mixed to a soft dough, we'll need, well, on a lightly floured surface, so we'll put it here, 5 minutes until smooth. Alright. Roll out a circle, so I will need a rolling pin. If it's anywhere, it would be in this drawer here, but I don't think I have a rolling pin. So maybe I'll probably just stretch it out. That's what I've done before. So we'll open up this real quick. Get some flour onto the surface here. We're going to knead it. Kneading is basically where you use this part of your wrists and your hands, and you push it out like that, and then you keep doing that, and then you're all good to go. So this is going to go terribly wrong, by the way. Don't do this at home unless you have an adult. I am an adult, but I don't know how to flipping make my own pizza. So let's put some flour real quick. There you go. You can't see it, but as you can see, this is completely covered now in flour. Like I said, that will stop it from sticking and all that stuff as well. So I will need to grab all of that, as you can see, and start kneading it. So as you can see, very, very sticky. Looks absolutely gross. So what I'm going to do, get a load more of this and do that. So as you can see, what the flour does is it strengthens the dough, and then it allows it to be kneaded like this, as you can see. So we're actually not doing too bad so far. We're getting there. Just need to, like I said, kneading. Use this part, basically your lower part of your thumb right here. Use that bone area, and you can push it sideways, downwards, upwards, whatever you want. And just basically push it around in the dough for a bit, and the flour. Make sure it doesn't stick. Keep flipping it over, making sure all of it gets all of the flour. Don't worry about your hands either. Obviously wash your hands before you do any of this stuff. I always wash hands whenever I do cooking, which I don't really do. Like I said, once again, I do not cook whatsoever. And just need to be very, very careful here. As you can see, it's very, very, very thin. So you've got to be very careful. You can't really see it, but I'll show you. As you can see, not the best camera work in the world, but as you can see, it's all over the side here. So let's add some more flour. Actually, no, we don't need more flour. We'll just use this stuff we've got here. Put it all over. Make sure it's nice and all spread it out and everything like that. Make sure you wrap it again. Maybe you can do this as well. It's not recommended because obviously it's, you know, this stuff is, in terms of like, you know, structure and everything, it's very fragile and it can easily break apart. Hence why you have the flour to strengthen it. And then you do that. Knead it for like 5 minutes, and then we got to place in a greased baking tray and leave to stand in a warm place for 10 minutes. Prepare toppings of your choice. I'll probably just have cheese. I do have pepperoni in that as well. So I will need to find a rolling pin though. I will need to find one at some point. We do have one somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure where it is. Just keep kneading. It takes a while to do this. You want to make sure it's like nice and supported around all the areas. It's not the best. I'm not gonna lie. This is hasn't gone the best here. But you know what? My first ever pizza, so pick up again. Get some more flour. Probably doing this completely wrong, but you know what? This is how you learn. So my hands are completely covered right now, as you can see. There you go. You can also push it along like this. This is the method that I use. Because it allows the dough to maintain its form. And one thing you don't want, like I said earlier, is to break the dough too much, and then it won't work. So just keep kneading here, not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. Alright, so it's starting to get a little bit sticky here. So, got to be very careful with how much more kneading we do. I don't want to go too long. I want to make sure it maintains structure. and everything else as well. Alright, cool. Alright, so I need to find the rolling pin. No idea where it is. That's the issue here. So let me quickly have a look in here. I could just use one of these actually. Not really ideal, it's not a rolling pin, but if you just roll it out like this. And basically you want to roll it out. You can go all the way, you don't want it too thin though, otherwise it will have a hard time in the oven or whatever else you're using. Right, cool. Right, so the pizza base is basically done now. So what I want to do is put tomato puree on. Let me wash my hands here. Hands are definitely not washed completely, but it's not a problem. So now what you want to do, one thing I might do actually is I need grease. What is it? I need, where is it? Placed on a grease baking sheet. Okay, alright, so let's get the oven turned on here. Take out the trays. What I will do, get the pizza tray, Chicago Town, obviously, and I will need to put grease baking, which is this stuff here, basically like brown tissue paper. And what you want to do, you can just rip it apart, but it's probably better if you just use your scissors. A nice big piece of that. There we go. Stick it back in there. That back in there. Make sure this is covering the majority of the tray. Because what you want to do then, get the tray, spread that out. Right. Let's move this stuff out of the way. There we go. And what I can now do, bring the tray over here and gently pick this up. You don't want to be too bad with it. One thing I might do actually is use this spatula just to get underneath here around the edges. The problem is, obviously, like I said, this is like the first time I've ever done this, as you can probably tell. Definitely using the wrong tools for the job, but seems to be working. So let's gently peel that off. I need to put it back into its shape again, but you know what? There we go. Get this back out real quick. There we go. Just making sure that this, there we go. Lovely stuff. Right. So we'll leave this to do its thing. Put a little bit more flour on there. The thing is with the flour as well, this gets very, very sticky real quick. So one thing the flour does is allows it to not do that, and it makes sure it's all spreaded in nicely. Put it on the baking tray. It does say here, put in allow it to stand in a warm place for 10 minutes. but prepare the toppings of your choice. Alright, so let me go get the salami, or whatever it is. There we go. Big slices of pepperoni right there. There you go, very big slices. Got the tomato puree as well, which is always nice. Make sure that's pushed over the edges nicely. Spread out make sure you spread out the flour as well, because you want to make sure all of the dough is covered in it. Don't put loads and loads. I probably put way too much onto it, but again, first time doing this. But you know what? This is how you learn. So I'm gonna move my crust a little bit upwards. Make sure it doesn't stick. There you go. Alright, that's actually not bad. I obviously can't show you, but I'll try my best here. As you can see, I made a pretty good circle shape, so that's always good news. Okay, what next? So we prepare the toppings. Yeah, we've got those. Cook in top of the oven 15-20 minutes until golden brown and cooks through. Once cooked, any remaining pizza will be refrigerated within 24 hours. Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands with... when you wash your hands as well, make sure you use warm water, because cold water, believe it or not, doesn't actually wash your hands properly. If you have any soap, make sure you use that as well. Let's wash hands right here. Lovely. Alright, so the oven is already on, which is a good thing. One thing you do want to do is make sure you preheat the oven, otherwise by the time you get round to putting on the oven, it's just not going to work out. So the oven's cooking, it's on, it's getting there, so make sure we have it. We've got the cheese over here. Let's grab that real quick. There we go, nice big pile of cheese. Probably not going to use all of it, probably just a little bit, sprinkle it on top. I need a spoon for the tomato puree. Now, here's a little trick for you lot. Instead of using a knife, which could affect the dough, it can make it cut across and it might ruin the dough or anything like that. Use the back of a spoon, and if you do that and then you spread it along, it's nice smooth, makes it nice and coated with tomato puree, you're golden. So this is read the instructions here. As you can see, pizza base from Tesco. Okay, so empty pizza base, yeah. Roll out, done. Grease baking tray, prepare toppings. Alright, so we can put on the toppings in a second. I'll try to make sure this allows it to stay firm and everything like that. May have put way too much flour onto this. I feel like I've done alright though. By the way, I do want to say a huge thank you to everyone for 400 subscribers. Like I said, this is a special. For some reason, you lot wanted me to do a special involving cooking. Apparently, I'm really good at it, according to you lot. I can tell you now, I am not good at cooking. Let's just say I try and give it a good go. So, you know what, we'll try our best and make sure this isn't sticking. It seems to be doing well at the moment, so just lift this up slightly. The only problem is the bottom of this might stick to this. So one thing I might do is try and flip it over, then use this bottom part here to... Actually, we should be okay. We should be fine. I don't want it to stick to the baking, the grease baking sheet. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain in the arse to basically get it off and then put it onto your plate. So I need a pizza cutter as well. Should be... No? Where the hell is the pizza cutter? Oh, no, I found it. Flip it Now, there we go, pizza cutter. Obviously, your main thing when you do pizzas, cut it across, do whatever you want. Or some people actually eat the pizza whole. No idea why. But yeah, so this is looking alright so far. Basically what this does is it allows the air to go onto the dough and makes it, you know, basically makes it stronger in simpler terms and not cooking terms. It makes it stronger and everything like that. So just yeah, it feels nice and light. That's one thing you want with dough. You don't want it too, you know, tearing apart and, you know, crumbly or anything like that. You want it nice and soft. Put the flour, knead it like I showed you, and all that good stuff. So we'll put on the tomato puree here, as you can see. I'm now gonna, I'll move this there. There we go. As you can see, I'm now gonna knead tomato puree in. You just basically rub it around. You've got to be very careful though, obviously, but put it up all the way to the edges. Do whatever you want, and just keep going all the way around. Nice and easy. There we go. Actually, kind of looking good. Kind of good so far. I mean, whatever this tastes like, I surely haven't done too bad. But we'll find out. If you guys want to see the final result of the pizza, I will post it on my Discord. Just because obviously I can't show it on. This is going to take like 15-20 minutes to cook and that. So obviously it will be a little bit long for the video. But yeah, if you haven't watched Discord, go check out my streams. There should be one processing right now. And basically, click on the video, go in the description, and basically I will post a picture of the final product on Discord. You guys get to come over and see what I've created. I'm not going to say what I've made because this isn't probably going to go well. This is too easy. This is far too easy to do. So I'm going to make sure to not do every single bit. There we go. So that's done. Now we can put the cheese on. If you're like me, I love cheese. If you don't, then you don't have to go ham with it. No pun intended. I don't have ham. I normally do. Probably have some in the fridge actually, but not too bad. Like I said, I love cheese. Always have. Let me know what you. Here's a good question, ladies and gentlemen, watching the video. Let me know in the comments, what is your favourite pizza? Mine has to be Meat Feast. Has to have beef, bacon, ham, sausage, cheese, all that kind of stuff. I know some people like ham and pineapple. Some people like flipping pepperoni by itself. Even just cheese and tomato will do you the trick as well. Use the last little bit of cheese here. Make sure you cover the edges, because if you don't cover the edges, it will burn quite easily. So make sure when you put it in the oven, keep an eye on it. It'll take like 15-20 minutes. Not even that. Depends what gas mark it says. It says here 220 Celsius, gas mark 7, and the fan's 200 Celsius. So make sure you keep an eye on it. And there we go. So let's add the salami. I could cut this up. So what I'm going to do, get one slice of salami here, get a knife real quick. Make sure you, like I said, if you're doing this at home, be very careful with the knives. They're very, very sharp. Make sure you have someone with you as well. I'm going to use the chopping board over here real quick. Let's just cut this into small pieces. You can have it big, small, whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. I know some people prefer salami in big chunks. Same with cheese. Some people like it small and easy. But for me, I'll just do the one piece of salami. Be plenty of salami for me. Here we go. Lovely stuff. Alright, so let's pick all this up. Got quite a few pieces here. Always nice. Let's put this back onto here. As you can see, about that kind of size, that size, you know, not too bad actually. So let's just sprinkle this all over. Like I said, make sure when you do the tomato puree, You keep an eye on when it cooks, because what happens is if you don't spread it enough, especially around the edges and near the crust area, then you might have a burning problem. You obviously don't want that to happen. So there we go. That's basically everything. We have made an absolute mess, as you can see. There is the pizza. That's what it's going to look like in a second. That is going to be completely cooked and ready to put in the oven, which is right there, already heated up and ready to go. So hope you guys enjoy. If you learn anything, let me know. And yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed. I really appreciate 400 subscribers as well. So huge thank you to you lot. I'll catch you guys next time for another live stream. I'll be live streaming tomorrow on my channel. I'll be uploading this tonight. Depends how long it takes. And like I said, I'll post the final picture of the pizza on Discord. Catch you guys in a bit. Make sure you like, subscribe and share. In a bit, guys.